The Line Whisperer here, December 2020. We're getting towards the end of the year, this crazy COVID year. Me and Cookie hanging out. We're back in our old surroundings at my work. I'm going to film this here tonight. We've got some bad news in Pennsylvania. They're shutting down all the final casinos that are open, so tonight's the last night to bet in person. So Line Whisperer is going to have a choice of going online, which I've always refused, or go to the Borgata, Atlantic City. So we'll see what happens next week, where we end up going. But for now, we still have some bets. We're going to win us some money, get us some extra little Christmas cash to buy the Line Whisperer something nice. For when you win some money, you can send me some Amazon gifts. So, just a little, what does the Line Whisperer do? Well, last night he bet some college basketball, and we bet some obscure schools. UC Riverside, I don't even know what UC stands for, but they were 5-point favorites, and they won by like 30. We also took University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, whatever that is. They won outright. Favored by 1, they won by 6. And the big one was the San Francisco Dons, favored by 15, they won by 44. How great is that? San Francisco Dons. Who bets on them? This guy, Line Whisperer. So, we got some college bets. There's one I absolutely love. There's one that's just a level right below absolute love. So we're going to get to those today. We got a couple friskies. So let's see who the Line Whisperer likes today. Alright, Line Whisperer here. We're going to start from the back. We're going to start from the night games. These are the games that are a little frisky that I like before I get to the meat on the bone. There's 2 games I like tonight. Tomorrow night. Saturday night. San Diego State's the first one, plus 17.5 against BYU. San Diego State has a great defense. They're probably going to lose, but they're not going to lose by more than 10 or 13. BYU was pretty resilient last week. They played Coastal Carolina, who's undefeated. I always like Coastal Carolina. BYU didn't have to play that game. They got rescheduled within like 24 hours. But they did it to play it because they wanted to try to get into the playoff system. So I'll give them credit for that. But you know what? Now the wheels fell off. They lost last week. Now they're just going to be pissed like what could have been. So here comes San Diego State. The Aztecs are going to come in there and definitely cover 17.5. And the second game I like is almost sacrilegious. I am going to go with UCLA and Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly, we loved him the first week with Colorado. Bet Colorado, 8-point underdog, they won outright. But since then, I think he's covered almost every game. So, Chip Kelly's a 3-point underdog to USC. USC waxed Washington State last week. This game, it's in UCLA. USC should be favored by more. But I don't know. Chip Kelly's got something in him in this COVID year. So, I'm all aboard the Chip Kelly bandwagon, or fraud wagon for this year. So, we'll take him. The 2 night games that we like, I think it's 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. We like San Diego State and UCLA. Now let's see who else we like. Alright, so we're going to need some day games to complement the night games. We're going to be having a nightcap while you finish decorating the tree to go win some money and keep collecting money. I think it's a 3:30 game that I really like is Iowa over Wisconsin, plus 2. Wisconsin stinks. A bunch of cheeseheads. They had one great game in the beginning against a bad Illinois team. They lost last week to Indiana, who didn't even have a quarterback. Iowa somehow always keeps winning. They had a fishy line against Penn State, and they won by 40. They beat everybody by 40. They beat Illinois last week by 14 in a 13.5-point spread. So, and it's in Iowa. And I'm getting 2 points? Let's go Corn. I absolutely love this game. There's only one game I love more. It's not my big days, big plays bet. But I do like Iowa, plus 2. The other game that I like is an over special. We're going to go over Alabama-Arkansas, 68 points. Alabama's going to put up 48 to 55 points, and Arkansas can score too. They'll easily put up 20 to 30 points. So I see Alabama rolling. You can't stop that offense. They're unbelievable. And Arkansas sure plays no defense. Florida put up 63 on them, I think. So even if Alabama scores 60, I just need 2 touchdowns from Arkansas. So those are the 2 day games we like. So now you can enjoy Alabama and Arkansas. Just root for the points. It's always fun. And then we're going to take Iowa, plus 2. And I'm going to sneak in a little special for my buddy Colin. Mentioned Rice, plus 7 against UAB. I was like, that's a good one. UAB's on the road. Rice is at home. Rice won last week. They look good. UAB hasn't looked so good lately. And tells UAB 7 points better than anyone. So we're going to take Rice at home, getting 7 points. So at worst, this is going to be a push. 98% chance at worst is a push. So, and most likely we're going to win. So, those are the 3-day games we like. Rice, Alabama, Arkansas all over. And the game I really like is Iowa. So let's go Corn. And finally, what we're all here for, what everyone's been waiting for. What is the big days, big plays bet? In one of the final college football weekends of 2020. This team has been fantastic to us all year. I think they've actually covered every game for us. So we're not getting off that train now. And we're going with the Colorado Buffaloes, baby. -2 at home against Utah. For some reason, it's a 12 o'clock game in the afternoon, or at noon, out west. So it's an early start. So it might be a little slow. But Colorado had like 400 yards rushing last week against Arizona. We had Colorado last week, -7.5. They were down 13-0, like that. But came back, went up 14-13 at half, and then they had another 300 yards rushing in the second half. And covered 24-13, no problem. Utah just doesn't have it this year. Usually I always love Utah. I would always like them as an underdog. They had trouble against Oregon State last week. USC smoked them. So I don't think they're as good as they used to be. They might keep it close, but I think at the end of the day with Colorado, the run game seems awesome. So that's our big days, big plays bet to finally bring it home. I don't know if there's going to be a Pac-12 championship or not, but Colorado, we need them to go undefeated, and let's finish it tomorrow night, Saturday, tomorrow at noon, Saturday. We're going to win this game. Colorado is going to win by at least a field goal, -2 against Utah. So there's our big days, big plays. Bet of the week. Put it in now so you get some extra money for Christmas. We're going to need it because we're going to be spending a lot of time at the house. Everything's being shut down. So now let's go win us some money, baby.